Hello and welcome back to the top 100 maps of all time with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very welcome. And today we have a slight break from the usual schedule. Again, we've got another one of those maps from a creator that hasn't given permission for the map to be shown and reviewed. So therefore, we're going to be having a look at one of the all-star maps from episode 79 of What Map. Now, don't worry, I am going to tell you which map was sat at number 31 because you should go and have a little look yourself. The original review is linked into the description, and of course the link to the map there as well. So at number 31, with a 92.5% approval rating as voted by you, was River Deported by Eggsy. So the link to that is in the description. Instead though, we'll have a look at one of those early all-star maps. This one, episode 79, as I previously mentioned, and this one is a real life location. Now again, it might feel a little bit dated, but again, if I've given it all star, then you just know that at the time this was head and shoulders above anything. And while we can look at certain things now, maybe the field painting in this one, you might look at the field painting and go, oh, that's much better these days, how can you give 5-star? Well, everything moves on and moves on and moves on and improves. So yes, at the time this was as good as was imaginably possible. So at at number 79, no, not at number 7, from episode 79 of What's Map, the all-star status, it's Stettin, Poland, by what was then called Wimix, is now Wimco Shrimko, which I think is probably a cooler name than Wimix. Wimco Shrimko. Right, this was uploaded to the workshop in July of 2017. Oh wow, everything was in black and white back then. It currently has 5,934 subscribers. Very nice. 361 of those have marked it as a favourite. It has a 5-star rating on Steam with 187 people who have rated it. So it wasn't just me that thought it was an all-star map, but also a lot of other people as well. So I'm not sure where the start square is. Start square is down here. I mean, we could start all the way up there, but I imagine just driving through all this forestry is going to be a bit dull. So I'm actually going to start here. We'll have a look at this intersection. We'll look at a little bit of forestry road. Cutting down through, we'll take a right at this intersection. And then when we finish crossing all of the waters, we'll end up at the start square. That's the plan. Now, it's mostly vanilla. We are using network extensions 2 today, along with the Clara theme and the Clara LUT as well. So, once we settle the camera down, off we go. So yeah, we've got a lot of the vanilla trees. Vanilla trees, old school vanilla trees. They're not great, but you know the combination of trees here and the density of trees here, and the way that they're mixed in together, I think that works really well. I think that works. To get 5 stars for aesthetics with the old school vanilla trees, you've done a really good job to do that, and I heartily approve of Wimix stroke Wimco's work back in the day. We've got a intersection going on like so that's pretty nice. Very simple, and again based on the real life location. So we're going to see intersections that aren't necessarily the most sexy, but are real life inspired. Okay, down as we head towards, we've got some fields on the right, and there'll be water on the left, off in that direction. Nope, fields on the left, water off on the right when we get there. Fields on both sides for now anyway. So yes, how the standards have improved. When you think that this was it was unimaginable to get a better map than this. I mean, it's still outstanding. Okay, it's still outstanding. Wouldn't get all-star ratings today for many reasons, but that's progress for you. This is a sort of map that was setting the standards. People were taking these standards and were improving upon the standards, edging the standards up higher and higher and higher. And I think these little nostalgic trips back to maps from a while ago just helps us to realize just how far we as a creator community have come with the game. Stunning. Speaking of stunning, intersection, is it stunning? Do you know what? I like that. It's a bit square and a bit okay, it's ugly. It's what's going on down here. Hello guys, is there a hold up? I reckon this smart car's towing two trucks. That's hilarious. You're struggling to tow the big old truck. Oh, let's help things out a bit, shall we? There we go. Bye. Oh, the electric. You know what it is? It's an electric car. It's run out of juice. All right. There we go. Let's let them get moving along, shall we? I think we had to take a turn off here. We probably did. I think we probably did. And again, there was a ting in the background. Somebody loves me. Somebody loves me. Ah, Bonbon's got an admirer. It's probably the HMRC. Your taxes are overdue. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Real life location, off to Poland. Good location in Poland. I imagine this has got a lot of Polish subscribers, and quite right too. It's a very good map for the one-to-one real-life creation of the city, or of course if you just want a good, flat, nice, interesting map to build on, including little roundabouts, diamond roundabouts like that. I'm sure it's got a name. Diamond roundabout is what I'm going to go with. It's fine. Got little beachy areas as well. I'll just absorb that in from this angle here. We probably won't come back to that. And then we'll head down across the wetland areas, the lowland areas. Good clean standards, good crisp standards, really good tree coverage, even hedgerows. There's something that wouldn't skip by my attention these days. The zigzag on the edging of the river there. Just a little bit of digitization. Again, that's something that wouldn't slip through these days. But the hedgerows, I don't mind this. It's consistent across the map. It's just equidistant, prop line tool. Keep it simple, stupid. Cannot go wrong. Cannot go wrong. I've had no issue with that style if it's consistent across the map, and it absolutely is here. We've got a couple of little suspension bridges. Again, there's discussion points to be had here regarding suspension bridges, but it's not really one for today because we're just going back and enjoying some yesteryear work, right? There's your start square. It's a thermometer. It's a thermo. Okay. Do you know what? I think I use Stettin. I'm pretty sure I use Stettin for the intro to Skylines Talk. Oh, I think I've used this map for an intro, I think. Wow. Anyways, that's by the by. We'll have a look at this sort of detail area here in a minute. Let's have a look at the rail. We've got rail here, right? Left or right? Let's go left. Let's go left, because right looked like it was just going to head off into the dim and distant, and dim and distant is basically where I should be, right? I'm dim, and I'm probably distant. If you're not within, I don't know, 20 miles of me, I would say you're distant. Probably not within 20 miles. If you are, hello. Hi. Don't annoy me while I'm at work, please. I've got things to do. Anyways, heading across double rail lines. Very nice little road over rail bridge here. There we are. It's a nice height. Little bit, actually, no. Again, we've got the cables cutting through. Again, that's something that wouldn't slip through by today's standards. And we do have some trees under the road there as well. So there are a few little things that, as things have evolved on WhatsApp, little tweaks. I'm not removing all-star status. It's reviewed as of the time. Okay, as of the time that it was produced. But yes, if you're making a map today and it's better than this, you can say you have an all-star map from 2017, just a little bit late, right? Rail going up the hill there as well. Possible discussion about gradients there. Okay, right, let's have a little look at some of the feature areas. So we've got nice waterways. This is actually a really nice waterway map. If you're interested in doing ferries, I think that this is actually really good for ferries. Okay, we've got plenty of interesting ferry routes that we could be setting up. What with the not just not just one shipping route or ferry route, but also a couple of options for connections and along here, and also ditting and dotting across here. Do you know what? Ferries, absolutely, definitely one for this map. I don't know if there's ferries in Stettin. I imagine there are ferries in Stettin. I've never been to Stettin. I've never been to Poland. I've never been to France, although I have been over France in an aeroplane when I was very little. That I journey a lot, me. Yeah, these little copsets are just sweet. And again, the tree painting here, it's I think the balance is about right for the aesthetic that we're getting. I'm okay with it. Field painting does feel a little bit angular, not actually, doesn't feel real life, does it? The shapes, because once again, the shapes don't actually have to be true to real. They just have to be believable or inspired by. There we go. Inspired by is probably a way to go if you're building maps today, of course. We've got some interesting rock work along here. So again, we've still got some zigzags here, but again, limitations and age of the map, of course. Little cemetery down there. Nice waterways again. Lots of very nice waterways. Liking the waterways. And then down in the start square, we had again a few more of these copses that you could build around or build through, demolish, however. But I'm absolutely convinced that I just remember the shape of this from the intro of Skylines talk. Remember how it started, and it just started down here, and the camera just panned back slowly, revealing the city. I don't remember the river, but I do remember this being, unless I built one myself, I just don't think I would have gone to the effort. Lazy BonBon. Anyway, it's a very even today. What we've got down here, a little roundabout for starting off in this area here. Yeah, even by today's standards, this is still a very good map. Okay. Yes, it's a little dated compared to the quality of some of today's maps, but by today's standards, this is still a good, strong map, very playable, quite enjoyable, would still score very well today, even if it wouldn't get an all-star today. But of its time, Stettin by Wimix, aka Wimco Shrimco, has produced a very nice real-life location map, and I'm so glad they did. And that is it from today. Now, as of next week, we are hitting the top 30, which means 6 weeks to the end of the series. If you want to start sticking your guesses for what you think is going to be the top map of all time, you can do so down below. You can if you like. I don't mind. I'm all for it. Anyway, that is it from me today. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing, and a big shout out to all the BonBon buddies on Patreon and YouTube membership for supporting the channel. You really are the best, and I love you very, very much. And I've been BonBonB, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.